What's going on, guys? So this video is really going to be talking about the general Pokemon market. What I've been seeing, I haven't been buying anything. This is now 3 weeks that I haven't bought anything, which is pretty amazing for me personally. And this also includes like buying sleeve packs, anything. I almost did buy some singles at my local game store because I did think if I piled up on singles, on modern singles, that in a year or 2 years when I go to auction those singles off, I would more than likely get more than 20% on all of those raw cards. Now, if I got them graded, probably be a lot more than that. But that's the only thing I've been trying to do lately. Also, I do want to talk about some fan mail that was sent to me. I just peeked inside here. I thought it was just top loaders, but since there's other stuff in here, I figured I'd make that part of the video too. So this is from one of our Discord members. If you're not in the Discord, make sure to go ahead and join the Discord. We talk about all things Pokemon pretty much 24/7. So this was one of our Discord members, Tony Soprano. No introduction needed. If you've ever watched The Sopranos, you know exactly what that profile picture would probably look like. Tony Soprano. Sopranos was one of the best series ever on HBO. I'm a huge Sopranos fan, so I think it's pretty cool that I got a fan mail package from a mob boss. Anyways, all right, so we're going to get into this, and I'll either be talking about the Pokemon market as I'm opening this or just at the end of it. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what's in here. Also, I want to say thank you, Antonio. That was actually his name. Thank you, Antonio. I'm not going to say the full name, but I appreciate you. You know who you are. But yeah, lately, I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's just the vibe. So there's a couple things in here. We've got the sleeves. It looks like we got some Hidden Fates or Champions Path sleeves. Either way, guys, all this stuff is good stuff. We've got Champions Path sleeves right here. We've got Shining Fates right here. It says Japanese bulk. We got some Japanese bulk right here, so I'm not sure if that's just like bulk or if that's like old Japanese bulk. Either way, it's a thought that counts. We had another Champions Path thing. These are actually sellable. Like these, actually people want those. Surprisingly enough to me. Oh, this is really cool. This is probably the coolest thing out of it. A Latios pin. That's pretty cool, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on that because I think that's pretty neat. Thank you so much, Tony, for sending that. Antonio. I like Latios and Latias a lot, so that's pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna have to wear that. And I think we got some more sleeves here. We got some Vivid Voltage sleeves here. Refocus that back in. So we got a lot of sleeves here. Good stuff, free stuff, usable stuff. I can use these with my business when I ship cards out. I can ship them with brand new sleeves. So thank you for contributing overall. And then it looks like, I want to say it's just magnetic card holders. If you guys don't know that about me, I prefer magnetic card holders pretty much to grading. I just think it's a super cheap alternative. Awesome. And everything is taped up here. Like, I seriously love these. So thank you, Antonio. This was seriously huge. Look at these. Look, brand new. Brand new One Touch Ultra Pro magnetic card holders. Very nice of you to think of me this way. Thank you so much. I love these. I absolutely love these. I cannot wait to use these for my holos, some of my more valuable holos. And then I'm going to go into these Japanese bulk, and we'll just take a look at this because I don't have any Japanese really. I have some Japanese vintage, but I don't have a lot of Japanese modern. So we're going to find out what that's all about here shortly. But as far as the general market, I just get this gut feeling that people are getting out, that people are selling off their collections. I'm seeing, but then I'm seeing it's conflicting, right? I'm going to contradict myself here because I'm also seeing listings for cards hit all-time highs. I'm also seeing people selling their completed base set collections and jungle collections and fossil collections. I'm watching a slew of different items, but the Game Boy games are still fetching top dollar, even in auctions, even with bad photos and bad lighting. Game Boy games are still fetching top dollars. If you guys don't know this, if you're new to the channel, if you've been watching the channel, you know that I've been picking up a lot of consoles, old Nintendo consoles and Game Boy Advances and SPs, as well as the Game Boy games. So I've been watching that market. That market is still super stable, and honestly, there's not a lot of great auctions for that stuff right now. If you can find a really good condition Game Boy game, Pokemon Game Boy game, like a vintage Game Boy game, those things are still fire right now. As far as the high dollar graded cards go, I've been looking at some Skyridge cards. I've been looking at some Aquapolis cards, mainly the Aquapolis Crystal Lugia. I've been watching that card like a hawk. That card recently just continues to sell for around $1,500 to $2,000 in a PSA 8. I think there was a $1,300 auction, which is really the price that I would like to get a PSA 8 at. But if you don't know, you should definitely look into the Aquapolis Crystal Lugia. It is phenomenal. The card is phenomenal. Hand in hand with that card, if you're going to get that card, and this would be next on my list if I got that card, would be the Aquapolis Crystal Nidoking. That card is phenomenal. I watched an 8 go for $420. I really wanted to be more prepared and have like my laptop set aside with everything that I've been watching, because then I could just go over things that I'd seen. But I also don't want to waste any time here, and I want to be able to just recall the things that are most important to me. There's a saying that if you forgot about it, that it wasn't important to you. And I think that's true for the most part. And right now, what I'm learning, not buying stuff, not bidding on stuff, but watching auctions, is a lot of the time, I just let the auctions go. I just let them go, and I realize it's not that important to me. If it were really, really important to me, if I had to absolutely have it, then I'd be biting on it immediately. I'd be bidding on it immediately. But I'm just watching stuff right now. I'm learning more about the market, and I really think that the market is going to fall. It hasn't shown me that it is yet. My cards are still auctioning off at normal prices. I'm still seeing high quality card auctions ending at high prices. I'm trying to think. The theme deck niche that I'm in is, as many of you know, a lot of you guys that have followed this channel, theme decks. I'm a big theme deck collector. That's the stuff that I like the most. I really can't explain it. I just have this obsession with the theme decks. I would like to have every single theme deck sealed at some point. And then I would like to move into booster boxes and buying all the sealed booster boxes. I'm realizing now that maybe paying 15 grand, 20 grand on a base set unlimited booster box is not the smartest choice in the world. It could be a good investment, but who knows what's going to happen with this market. If it really retraces out, like it was a big COVID boom, Logan Paul. I know you guys are going to rip on me for saying Logan Paul, but that changed the whole landscape of Pokemon. When you have big name influencers and pop stars and whatever you want to call it, when they come into the hobby and they kind of blow up the hobby, that I don't think that just ceases to exist. I think that impact has been had, and it will permanently affect the market for good, which is great for people come into the hobby that want to know that their collections are worth money and that their investments are safe. But it sucks for people who've been in the hobby way longer than me, that have been collecting for a long time. All the people coming into the hobby now, it's kind of like real estate getting gentrified, right? People are driving the costs of all these collectibles up, and it's making it really, really hard for the average collector to be collecting this stuff. I think that, I'm going off on tangents. The Pokemon theme deck market is still strong. The Pokemon theme decks are still selling for the average $200 a theme deck or more if they're sealed. If they're not sealed, usually $50 to $100, usually somewhere in that price range. So my sales have been good on both Mercari and on eBay. Things are really still moving smoothly along. I have no debt. I'm stacking up money now for the first time in a long time. So I feel really good about myself, and that also is propelling me to think more and be a little bit more creative when I'm making videos on what I want to talk about, and really focus in on like what's important and what's relatable. I did a lot of content for mail days. And that's why I'm glad someone sent me something, because honestly, I miss doing mystery mail days. You guys might not have enjoyed that series as much as I did. Obviously, who doesn't like opening up mail and opening up cards that they've been waiting for a long time? Okay, all right. I'll join you in a minute. I'm almost done. You know, this really filled that void, Antonio, of not opening any mail recently. I do want to start that mail day series again, regardless of what people's thoughts are on it. I want to share with you guys everything that I'm ordering, but I've taken a significant break from the hobby. Even though for most people a month or a couple months is probably normal, for me it just feels like a massive step back. However, I am spending a lot of time listing and shipping out packages. More on that. We have a lot of auctions going up this week. One of the more notable ones is my first edition Alakazam. I can sign the card holder and say that it was an Alakazam and the date and everything. I can do that. I can sign the actual slab if somebody wants that. If somebody in our Discord or on our channel is interested in this card, the link for my eBay should be below. It should be in my bio. Should be really easy to find me. This first edition Alakazam, I'm hoping I get my money back on. It'll be very interesting to see what this card goes for. At the peak of the hype, I bought this card when I was beginning to collect my first edition base set. This is actually the first edition card from base set that I ever bought right here. And I'm gonna show you guys real quick, even though I've already shown you guys this card. You know, I'm not expecting to get like double the market price. I'm not expecting to even really get 10% more than the market price. I'm just interested to see what happens with this and have some firsthand experience with, you know, these, what I consider a high quality card auction, what those end up going for. Will I lose my money on that card that I bought a year ago? Will I make a little bit of money? Will I break even? That'll be very interesting to report on. Right now, we still have all these auctions going. I know we got a Dark Paladin from Yu-Gi-Oh! We have a ton of Yu-Gi-Oh! Auctions going. I have an FMR, Harpy's Pet Dragon. I already talked about these, but whatever. One surprisingly that has not gotten really any bids or attention, it has one bid, is this Shiggy. Now I know what you're thinking. Yeah, it's Shiggy, it's not Squirtle. It's a German first edition, but this card is basically mint condition. So I think that that's pretty cool. Even my chewed up Spanish first edition Gengar is getting some love. So, but we have a lot of auctions for these going up right now. Just letting you guys know, those will be ending probably tonight and tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure. Once those end, I will be putting more cards up. And as we get deeper into my auction history, they will be nicer and nicer cards going up for auction, because mainly I'm selling off my collection. Part of it. I'm definitely not selling my collection. I wouldn't even want to sell my collection. I think the most important thing is I'm saving my money now, so I feel like I have a balance and I'm selling stuff. So that feels really good. Anyways, let's see what Antonio sent. Obviously, no pressure. I don't even know if he thought this would get video recorded, but I think it's pretty cool. It does look like we've got some modern here. It looks like Triple Beat. Let's go ahead and, yeah, these are icy mint cards. So we've got the Galarian Mime. Got Galarian Mime. You've got Zigzagoon. I think that's a Zigzagoon. I want to say that's a Zigzagoon. Trainer, Sizzlepede, and you know what? These might not be from Triple Beat. These might just be from like a hodgepodge of Japanese sets. I love it though. Thank you so much for thinking of me. This is really, really cool to just like, and I love the Japanese language. It's beautiful. I'm really not sure what set these cards could be from. Some of the artworks I don't recognize. I don't know if they're all shared with the American artworks, but I know that's, Oh man, I can't even remember what that guy Drakazalt. Oh no, that's Dragapult. That's I can't remember what this dang guy's name was right here. It's a pretty cool card. The quality on the Japanese cards, I'm just gonna say right now, the quality does feel really good. So I understand why people are on that wave. But from what I'm seeing, from the little that I see, because I don't watch much YouTube, I'm not like watching other content creators. Everything that I make just comes from my own head. I really rarely watch other content creators at this point. I just like sharing with you guys and consider a lot of you my friends. But from what I've heard, from the limited information that I've heard, Japanese cards are getting crazy. People are spending way too much money on them. And it's a wild market. But I think that audience is huge and it's interesting. You know, I'm just, thinking off of thumbnails I've seen. I see PokeRev doing a lot more. I'm not going to state a lot of, big YouTubers. But, PokeRev, obviously we all see his content. If you're in the Pokemon space, that's kind of unavoidable. People like PokeRev, Cool Trainer Ryan, Rattle Pokemon. Those are some names that I think are pretty unavoidable. I just did a stream with another one, Nostalgianomics, he's pretty great. Great guy, great YouTube channel. Urge you guys to check him out. We got a Score Bunny right here, which I hated when I first saw Score Bunny. And now he's actually kind of growing on me. I think that's funny how these sets get older. We got a Nickit right there. We got a Garbodor. These are cool. I really wouldn't even know what set these are from. So this is pretty neat and very appreciated. We've got this really cool Haunter. I even thought about doing a series on like common cards. I'm just looking over these sets and the common cards. And honestly, those artworks never get talked about, but they should be appreciated. This Haunter, for example, really, really simple, really cool looking card. That's a great card. It's a classic right there. We've got, what is that? Sobble. I always forget what he's called. Some of these newer Pokemon are getting difficult for me to remember. Pine Urchin? I don't even know. Barraskewda, I think. Trainer. Got a Galarian, Rapidash, I think. There you go. There's the Dragapult. There we go. Forget what his name is. I literally, even in English, could not remember some of these. Trainer, none of them are duplicates. Now, the Spinarak is pretty cool. Or no, Ariados. Now, this is Gen 2. If it's a Gen 1 to Gen 3 Pokemon, I'm not going to miss it. This is a really cool card. Really like that card, actually. Really, really like that card. That's probably my favorite card I've seen so far. Forget what his name is. Ooh, there we go. Got a Gen 1. Good old Vulpix right there. Great artwork. Oh, I just can't off the top of my head. That's actually a really cool artwork. You've got Giovanni in his office. He's got the desk right there. It reminds me a lot of the playing the classic games. We've got what looks like a netball. I do believe. I should know him. That's not even... Actually, that is a new gen Pokemon. I think that is, yeah, that's a new gen Pokemon. That's not Gen 1 through 3 for sure, but still don't know his name. Paris, this is actually a great artwork. It's simple, but it's beautiful. I think it should be appreciated. You know, if I'm ripping through packs, if I'm looking for chase cards, obviously I'm not going to appreciate the cards like I am now. Obviously, someone has sent this to me. This is someone going out of their way to gift something to me, so I'm trying to show these cards. Sorry about my nails. They should be trimmed, but I'm a savage. So, Mountain, beautiful. There we go. We got some girls action. Diana might have heard me. All right, we got some kind of board. Oh yeah, that's a little boogie board. It's a boogie board. Forget what that guy's called, but that, honestly, that's beautiful. That's gorgeous. That's so pretty, the background. Damn, I want to be there. I want to be there right now. All right, I'm never going to remember. That's a great artwork, though. Honestly, I'm gonna come back to that. That's cool artwork. Got those little globbers in the background. I forget what those things are. Got some kind of satchel. I'm just not gonna remember. I think these introductions of these energies are weird. The fairy energy, it's kind of weird. Got a bicycle right there. Again, the Japanese is beautiful though. Natu. Kangaskhan, there we go. Got our OGs. Great artwork for our OGs. Mimikyu, we got a Mimikyu here. And what's your name? I have no idea. Some kind of clam thing. Good old Doduo. Not a Doduo. That's a Diglett. That's a Diglett. That's how much sleep I need. Okay. Pokemon's pretty cool looking. We've got a Hisuian Doug Trio. That's really weird. So, and we've also got the Scarlet Violet Wug Trio, and Wiglet. The weird variations of Diglett. I'm not sure what they're trying to do there, but they're not fooling me. You stop making a different Diglett. Stop doing that, Pokemon. Just come up with something else, please. Don't keep trying to switch out the old Pokemon and change them up. Just think of something else, or just give us good artworks. This is a perfect example of them giving us a fantastic artwork. This artwork looks great. It looks phenomenal. This Wartortle is my new favorite card there. Card is sick. Got an Eevee. Beautiful. Awesome. In the rain. A little bit sad, but it's whatever. We got this weird flying octopus thing. No chance I'm remembering that name. Oh, you got some Misty action here. That's pretty cool. Tag team. So I get the feeling that Antonio is a major Japanese collector because of all his Japanese bulk. Got this Hoppip right there, or Skiploom. I don't remember. Tag team. That tag team card. You can assume that's from Sun and Moon era. I think that's the tag team era. I'm no expert, but all right. Okay, we got our second slew of cards here. Okay, nothing that I recognize. We got that Feebas right there. Sandaconda. Oh, what was that? Not Pachirisu. Oh, I can't remember his name. Oh, Milcery. I want to say that's Milcery. Okay, here we go with the fairy types. We got this little Clefable. Or Cleffa. Not gonna remember that thing's name. Here we go. Here's a nice little artwork right there. All right, we have the evolved form of the Pokemon we saw earlier, which definitely do not remember what. I have a feeling that they both evolve into Incineroar, but I'm probably wrong. Definitely a much bigger fan of the vintage Pokemon. That's what I know off the top of my head. Okay, tag team again. So I'm guessing this was Sun and Moon era. Ooh, is that an Erica? That's cool. That's a cool card. Erica, one of the OG gym leaders. I feel like that's a Purloin. Oh, that's a good artwork. With the Lumineon right there. That's pretty cool. Actually, is that not zoomed in? Zoom in on that. That's actually a pretty cool artwork. I will say, some of the artworks, I don't feel like they give me much to go off of, but if I see anything cool and different, I'm going to point it out. What is that? It's one of the Tapu cards. The Tapu Lele, Tapu something. I feel like it is. You guys are going to see how little I know about Modern in a minute. Jolteon, that's sick. That is sick. And I'm pretty sure that these are Sun and Moon. I'm pretty sure this is Sun and Moon because I've seen this card. I have this card. Ooh, we got a Trico. Look at that artwork. Beautiful. Yes, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Okay, not sure who that is. Definitely can't tell. Okay, we got some trainers. Ooh, we got a Meowth. Is that Meowth hugging on? I'm not sure what that other Pokemon is, but that's a cute little artwork. I can appreciate that. We got Zoroark or Zorua. Oh, and we got the Flareon too. We got that Sun and Moon Flareon. Very cool. I appreciate that. The Flareon, the Wartortle, and I'm gonna have to sift through those. The Trico, the Jolteon. Very nice. I'm going to put those all together. I really like those cards out of this. Tag Team Trainer featuring Misty. Okay, here we go again with the Doug Trio. Weird form, weird version. Oh, God. Lilligant? No. I don't know. I literally have no idea what that Pokemon is. If it was important, I would have remembered it. This is good for me though to brush up on my Modern. No idea. Trainers. That's a cool looking cave. Some of you guys that remember vividly collecting Sun and Moon are probably getting a little bit of a flashback. Oh, there we go. There's Squirtle. That's a great artwork of Squirtle. Ooh, there we go. Magneton, very cool. It's Sneasel, being sneaky Sneasel. Oh, and there's your Incineroar. So yeah, I don't remember their names, but this Incineroar is actually really, really cool. So I'll take it. That's neat. That's a great artwork. Honestly, this is a really cool artwork. If there was any artwork to make me warm up to a fire type that's newer, it's Incineroar. Right now, I'm starting to feel this card a lot. It's really interesting how these cards grow on you. At first, you don't, for me, I definitely did not care for this card at first. But I'll admit they're growing on me a little bit. So, here we go. We got Natu again. We got Kangaskhan again. And I think we've seen everything here. We got Eevee. Okay, we got Salandit, and that is a phenomenal looking background. I'm liking the whole tropical theme. Pretty cool. Not a huge fan of that Pokemon, but pretty cool nonetheless. Oh, what was the other one? It was, I think that's Blitzel. I just want to say for the record, because I'm trying to remember as best as I can these Pokemon, but I want to say that that's like, it's like Blitzel. I want to say it's like Blitzel or something. All right, Magnemite. This flower thing that I can't remember to save my life. Ooh, beach time jelly. I want to be on the beach. We got a boogie board, and that looks like a Bombardier, honestly, but I don't know. No, it's not a Bombardier. It's some. I'm honestly, I'm not confident. I'm not confident to know off the top of my head. Hoppip? At least I think that's Hoppip. I should know that. That's Gen 2. No idea what this thing is. No idea. Okay. I don't know if there's anything. Oh, there we go. Whew. There we go. We got a Gen 1 Pokemon that I do recognize. We got good old Pidgeot. Or Pidgey, my bad. Beautiful. Simple artwork. Beautiful to see these cards again. I don't know, seeing these types of cards, like the Gen 1 to Gen 3, it's just, I wish I felt differently about the newer Pokemon, but I haven't gotten there yet. I'm still warming up to them, even now. And I'm guessing a lot of these could be seen in the Sword and Shield video game. Maybe some of these trainer cards, because I know they did that with Scarlet and Violet, where you'd see some of the trainer cards were from the Scarlet and Violet video game as well. Got Vulpix. There we go. We got a Grovyle. Sweet. And that's the last card. We got this trainer right here. So that pretty much wraps that up. Jeez, I can't believe that was a 30-minute video. Anyways, I'm going to let everybody off. I got to upload this video. But thank you so much, Antonio, for sending that out to us. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of Japanese cards in comparison to the English variants. Right off the top of my head, very high quality. I can understand why people would like these cards more. The quality does feel there. Probably much easier to grade too, but that's another conversation. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I know I haven't put out content in a couple days. To be honest, one of my friends is literally like homeless and trying to find him a spot and get him situated. So we've been watching his animals, and I just was not in the right headspace to do a video. But I am going to get back to it, and I appreciate you guys for supporting me. I'm just trying to do what's best for me right now and my family, and just be as transparent as possible. I think that's what makes this channel great. I think that people appreciate me just being real and just being transparent and let people know what's up. Pokemon's not going anywhere, and I've talked about this before. We're gonna have plenty of time to collect, guys, and hopefully, I hope that the market comes down a little bit. I hope that both vintage and modern comes down a good bit, so that I can get some cards that I still haven't gotten my hands on. There's a long list of alternate art cards that I haven't gotten my hands on that are modern, that I just kept losing auctions for. And then there's, of course, some vintage cards that I still really, really want, but I can go after that stuff at some point. The most important thing is that my mental health is good and my physical health is good. I'm getting back in the gym. I'm saving my money. Like, I'm in such a better headspace now than I was a month ago. Even if I was pumping out content and making good videos, I'm in a better spot now. So I'm excited to move forward and make some fresh content and see what you guys think. Last thing, Paldea Evolved comes out. I feel like the base set in this case, I feel like the base set is a little bit better still than Paldea Evolved. And the reason I say that is because you've got the Gardevoir alternate art, which is amazing. It's really, so my friend pulled it on our stream, and I was able to, in a trade, get that card from my buddy. But this is the card that I'm talking about. It's actually a couple cards, really, that I love about this set. Now, I still have yet to get the Corridon. The Corridon is, just take out a loose pack. This is the Corridon. This is the card that I want so badly in an alternate art. Someone was going to send me it, but they didn't get around to it. It's all good. But I'm going to go over a couple cards that pretty much make up the basis for me why I think Scarlet Violet base is still better than Paldea Evolved. Now, I'm always changing my opinions. My opinions will probably change when we finally get to see Paldea Evolved in the coming weeks, month. But first things first, I opened a lot of blisters. I opened a lot of Arcanine blisters. So I have 15 of these Arcanine cards, and so I am biased to my opinion. But honestly, of everything that I have from Scarlet Violet, this is the best looking card. This is the best looking card right here. I just love it. I've consistently talked about this card in our lives when I'm opening Scarlet Violet. I'm very happy about this card overall, and honestly, I can't wait to see what happens with the value of this card, because I've got a stack of them. Most of them have print lines, but I still think that there's a chance that even with print lines, you're still going to be able to get a PSA 10 on some of those. So I have a stack of 15 of those that I'm very tempted to send in and get graded, because honestly, it's just a phenomenal looking card. Next up, I did not pull the Arcanine full art, but I pulled the Gyarados full art secret rare. So I want to show this to you guys as well. Now, I'm not a fan of the crown, but overall, the card, the silver, you almost don't even notice the crown. It's like whatever. It's almost like it's just like, okay, Gyarados is the king, like whatever. You know, I know that it's the Terra crown. You know, I hate the whole idea of terraforming. I think in Pokemon, I think is kind of lame. I think it's kind of weak, but people seem to really like it, and I'm not going to knock those people. I'm just giving my opinion. I think this card could have been amazing without the crown on its head. I think that just Gyarados is a very dope Pokemon overall, and we have a lot of fans for Gyarados, so it would have been nice to just get a regular Gyarados, but I still think that this card drives a lot of the force that's behind this base set. It has a full art Gyarados, and the Gyarados is phenomenal. So again, still wish it didn't have the Terra crown, but I think Gardevoir makes up for that. Now, I wish I had the Arcanine full art to show you guys, but I have the Gardevoir. This was pulled by my buddy in his box break. This was not pulled by me. I just traded it. I traded for it subsequently after that stream. I had to have this card. This is just, I don't necessarily, I'm not crazy about Gardevoir as a Pokemon, but this just, you know, I have a family, so this card definitely speaks to those generations of Pokemon collectors that are collecting this card and like it because of what it represents. And to me, this card represents family, so I think that that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's maybe another video that I can make, you know, describing the differences in my head of why I still think Scarlet Violet is a better set. And I'm biased. I really like Scarlet Violet. I bought the Scarlet Violet Switch. I bought the Scarlet Violet booster box by the case. I bought like 4 cases of it. I'm very biased on Scarlet Violet. But I'm still going to be buying a case. When Paldea Evolved comes out, that'll be when I start buying stuff again. And it'll probably strictly be no boxes, no nothing, no like collection boxes. I'll just be going after the booster boxes, because I think the booster box is like the staple of Pokemon card investments. So that's what I'm going to be going after. So stay tuned, because Paldea Evolved should be good. I'm definitely going to be operating, you know, I'm at heart, I'm a collector, but I'm going to be operating with more of an investor mindset. I'll be thinking more about like, should I be opening product? You know, can I buy the card for less than the cost of a booster box? You know, those kind of questions need to be answered when you're getting into a new set. You kind of got to have a strategy. Otherwise, you're just going to go crazy, spend all of your money, and it's not going to be sustainable. And that's the biggest thing that I'm trying to do right now, is make this hobby more sustainable for myself and not like buy everything I see. Now, before I end this, it's easier said than done, right? It's easy for me to say like I'm slowing down. I mean, come on, look at my background. It's obvious I've been spending a ton of money on this stuff the past couple of years. So, you know, it's only right that at some point I slow down and I'm not buying as much stuff. But for anybody that's getting into the hobby now, pace yourself, because if you don't pace yourself, you're going to end up burning out, and it's just not going to be sustainable. And then you're not going to be having fun, and then you're going to hate this hobby. And we want more people in the hobby. We don't want less people in the hobby. So yeah, that's my advice for anybody new or getting back into the hobby, because we have a lot of people that are coming into the hobby, and I think that that's fantastic. Despite that, I think the market's going down and we're going to get a rotation of people out of the hobby, I still think that there's a lot of fresh people coming into the hobby, and that's my advice. But yeah, one more time, just look at this Gardevoir EX. It's just such a family card. It's just beautiful. I wish I had better lighting in here. I'm just trying to show you guys as best I can. I think it's a really nice card, and probably being in this sleeve doesn't do it justice fully. But yeah, just sitting on the couch, you know, you see the different art forms with Ralts and Curlia, and it evolves into this, pun intended, it evolves into this artwork where Gardevoir is fully evolved, and, you know, it's with, you know, its master, and its master has, you know, her own family here, and she's older now. It's just the whole progression of that artwork. I'm sure many people have talked about it, but it really hits to home when you are a family man like myself. And that's also a big reason that I'm pulling back and cutting back on my spending and stuff that I'm collecting, because I have a family now, and I have to make sure that they have a good future before I can continue with doing YouTube videos, you know, that are talking about product and buying stuff. I can still make videos, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough slowing down, and I appreciate you guys supporting me along my personal journey and kind of just documenting everything through YouTube. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much. Peace. I think I enjoy making videos a little too much, but